I think my experience with one-on-one discipleship has been maybe different than some people.
I know that it was really beneficial to be mentored by someone, by an older woman in my church. She really had lots of wisdom.
When I was first introduced to it by Josh Jean, I think that I thought, what is this? Somebody wants to invest in my life. I didn't really understand it at first, I guess. It just felt really weird.
It was a very big impact because I was going through a few things at the time and making some big decisions with just school and life and things like that. So it was good to be able to meet with someone who has kind of been there in some aspects and is a little bit more mature than I am, and so it kind of helped bring me along and go through certain areas that I was going through with more wise decision making instead of just otherwise what I would have done. I don't know.
When we talk about discipleship, sometimes it's confusing to know what that really is. It was for me, because all I'd ever heard of before I had guys that held me accountable and was in a real discipleship relationship, a disciple-making relationship, I should say, was discipleship classes at church, and those are great, but it was kind of a curriculum that we studied. And I've learned that making disciples and being in a discipleship group or a one-on-one discipleship situation is not just about a curriculum that you study as much as it is learning how to share genuinely your life, your struggles, the things that God has taught you.
When you get outside of the group environment and you just meet with someone one-on-one, it really gives you an opportunity to tear down walls that either you or the other person have built up, and it really gives you the chance to just open up about the things that you're really struggling with.
It being one-on-one, I think, gives you a little bit closer bond with that person and will allow you to be maybe more honest with them, and I think when you're more honest, that makes it to where you can grow better, so it kind of opens the door to a closer relationship.
And so you want to find someone who has an experience, a history with God, who can share those things with you. You guys experience them together and talk about how that's working in your life. So it's having a mentor who has a history with God, who's willing to share their very life with you.
Your quality of life, you're living the Christian life, doesn't really become easier, but it becomes just something that it's not as much of a struggle, because you have somebody there that can answer questions, tough questions that you don't really have the answers to. And I think being on the other side, you learn a lot as well, but you get to see somebody grow, and the impact that you've had on their life and the impact that God's having on their life through you is just an amazing feeling.
Maybe you say, well, why do I need that?
I think it's very important. I think it's biblical, and which is good to do things that are biblical.
And the honest truth is that we don't do very well alone. We don't grow very strong alone. We don't grow very fast alone. And it's important to have that accountability, to have someone investing in you.
After the fact, it's been good because it's also given me the opportunity to, from what I've learned from him and from what I've learned from that experience, to also now be able to disciple people younger than me and meet with some students here and there and just kind of have more knowledge of the whole process.
As far as mentoring and kind of discipling someone who's younger than me, it's really just been amazing. I know that to be able to watch someone grow the way that she has is really something that I couldn't possibly trade for anything else in this world. Because whenever she comes to me and she tells me something that she's learned through our months of meeting together, she realized, like, something just finally snaps, And I can't even express the joy that comes from, from someone growing in Christ, and God using me to help her grow like that, and it's really just amazing.
If you're going to be a disciple maker and you're called to do that, it's going to be pretty hard for you to even know where to start, and you're probably not going to start if you don't first get in a discipleship relationship and learn how to be a disciple, and then you can make disciples, and you ought to do that.